Are you looking at your life as I'm just going to get to X and then I'll do Y, or I'm going to do Y so that I can get to X faster? Think about that. Hello there, everybody. It's Dr. Glenn Krieger here with another 5-Minute Friday. And today I'm going to tell you about the one biggest mistake in mindset that changes people succeeding long-term or just basically being there. And I'm going to tell you a story about something I just thought about, okay? Literally just thought about this. As you probably know, I have the Orthopreneurs RD group, right? It stands for Regional Dominance. It's geographically exclusive. And about 70% of the people who apply don't get in. Why? Because it's geographically exclusive. And it kills me to tell people they can't be in it. But the people in that group, whether they're fresh out of school, and there are some, or people who've been there for 40 years, who've been practicing 40 years, it's a growth mindset. And when people come in, I can tell you immediately whether they'll be a good fit for the group, and some take themselves out of it. How do I know? Because there is a cost associated with joining this group. You pay it every year. Now, there's two kinds of people who come in who are newer in practice, and they don't have a ton of money. The first group of people say, I really would love to join this group, but I just don't have a lot of money. I'm going to continue working until I have enough money to pay for it, and then I'll join. The second person, the one that's really successful in life, because they take this attitude through so many things, says, I don't have a lot of money, but I know that joining this group, I'm going to be around a bunch of really high achievers who are going to help give me tips and tricks and help push me along my way, and I'll get to where I want to get to faster, and I'm going to invest in myself. Do you hear the difference? The first person is seeing it as a way of spending money. The second person is seeing a way of investing. It's the same amount of money for the same product, but one is saying, I'm not going to spend the money. I'm going to accumulate money on my own somehow, and then I'm going to spend it. The second person says, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm somehow going to afford this so I can invest in it, and then I'm going to accumulate a lot more money over time. There's a big mindset difference here, and I only use the RD group as a way of illustrating it because we come across this every single day in our lives. Are you looking at your life as I'm just going to get to X and then I'll do Y, or I'm going to do Y so that I can get to X faster? Think about that, right? It applies in everything in life. The simplest ways are, I really can't afford to go to Summit this year. I hear that all the time. Now, let's be honest. Summit is not that expensive. This year, you can get an inside cabin for $1,600 for two people, including your ticket, and add $300 airfare to it. So for $2,000, or let's call it $2,300 for two people, right? All food is included. For that kind of money, for two people, you can't afford that as an orthodontist? Let me tell you, folks, there was a time I ate ramen every night for dinner as an orthodontist. And I would figure out a way how to invest in that, because I knew that if I was sitting at a table with 5 other orthodontists and said, how do you do your extended retainer program? Or do you have a retreatment program in your practice, or people have relapse? Or any number of things, I know that the marketing advice I would get from them would give me literally, not figuratively, 100x return on my investment. Notice I didn't say on what I spent, because I never see it as spending. When I spend money, it's to buy a television. I spend money to buy a computer. Right? I spend money to buy a car. Everything for me professionally is an investment. So I'm asking you, turn your mindset around, because as long as you have a limited mindset, growth is going to be very difficult. If you take an investment mindset, growth happens naturally, and you'll be blown away with what happens in your life. Right? It's like Yes Man with Jim Carrey, where he just can't say no anymore, and all of a sudden great things start happening. Start saying yes to many, many more things, and it's going to be amazing. I was at the Smile Doctors annual meeting a few weeks ago, and they had somebody from Disney there who was talking about yes and, right? Yes and, right? Don't say no, I can't. Yes and. How am I going to make it happen? Yes. I don't know how, but I'm going to make it happen. So that's your homework for today. Take a couple of things that you said no to, things you felt you were going to spend money on, and turn it around and say, if I do this and I do it right, how can I make that investment so I grow from it? Hopefully I'll see you at Orthopreneurs Summit. Go to opsummit2024.com and sign up now. I promise you, I guarantee you, money back, full money back, if you don't think it's one of the best meetings you've ever been to, if it doesn't change your life. Love you all, wishing you a great day. And remember, make an investment, don't spend.